Yeah guys, so we are in the Liberation Museum of France, and sorry about the 50 hertz refresh rate if that's coming through here. And in this corner right here, you can probably hear in the background, that's why I paused for a second for you. This is Charles de Gaulle's Continue the Fight speech that he gave in exile on the BBC on the 18th of June, 1940. Basically, for those of you not familiar with French history, the French basically, the French government basically signed a peace treaty with Hitler, and you can interpret peace treaty however you want. Basically surrendering the country to Hitler's control, and several of the generals, including Charles de Gaulle, wanted to fight on, and obviously weren't for that. And this is a corner dedicated to the speech that he gave on the BBC, encouraging his countrymen to continue the fight. And with everything going on in the world right now, it's a really, really good message and a really interesting commentary on different times, you know. So continue on here. But this was a neat corner, figured I'd show it to you. Yeah guys, and in the next room is a montage to occupied Paris. You can see right there, probably through the 50 hertz flicker, from June 40 to August of 1944. Of course, that's Adolf Hitler down there, and talks a little bit about the story here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing 270 degrees. This is the room that we were just in, and this may not make it on to the this may not make it onto the vlog. I haven't decided how I feel about it yet, but that's the first time I've ever seen one of those on full display. Of course, if you watch my vlog from the Slush Museum Linz, they do have a flag there as well, but it's folded very carefully to conceal what's underneath. Whereas this is, you can tell by the material, this is an authentic period flag, and probably never see that ever again. So this may or may not make it into the vlog. I'm going to do some Googling on YouTube's policy about such things before I put it in there. So if it is, it is. If it's not, you understand why. And yeah, this is so the next one talks about the interim government in France from 1940 through 1944, the Vichy French, the collaborators with the Germans, who basically upheld the surrender without much resistance to the German government. So we're going to continue on in the museum here. Yeah guys, and this is a pretty neat room here. This is kind of dedicated to all the sub-players, the leaders of the French resistance from 1940 through 1944. And in the next room, progress on to the invasion of Normandy in the early summer of 1944. And it was an interesting, I never really thought about it this way, but on this sign over here, it kind of talks about the Normandy landings, and it said the Allies landed in Normandy and proceeded to immediately head off to Germany, and liberating Paris was not on their first list of things to do. They wanted to get to Germany as fast as possible. So I never really thought about that, but that's an interesting point. So. See what else we got here. It's been a good visit so far. Guys, and this plaque talks about the liberation of Paris in August of 1944. A very quick version of the backstory is, like I just told you, the Allies weren't focused on liberating Paris, but Charles de Gaulle spoke with Dwight Eisenhower and persuaded him to send the American 2nd Armored Division to Paris to liberate the city. Charles de Gaulle was worried about starting a civil war with the Vichy French, and or having the country sort of be a protective holding of the Allies. And so he talked to Eisenhower. Eisenhower agreed. Sent the 2nd Armored Division to liberate Paris. And the 25th of August, 1944. They succeeded. Paris was free. Yeah, guys, and in this final room, as you might expect, it marks the liberation of Paris in Charles de Gaulle's famous speech. And it's been kind of a neat day. It's been a great museum to visit, and really makes you think back. Really makes you think. Really makes you appreciate what we once were compared to what we are now. And I'll leave you with that thought. And that's going to do it from the Liberation Museum of Paris. We may be back at some point here. Like I said, it's kind of a day-by-day situation. So we'll see how it goes. Until then, we'll see you real soon.